let's create a new project over here. So I'm going to create something, and it's going to be called a game. It's going to be called a guessing game. So this is basically a general game that is made for beginners to learn coding. And what we're going to do is we're going to play with the computer. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a random function and all of that. So what's going to happen is that we're going to create two integers. First integer is going to be the user. So we're going to say user, and we're going to say to the user to input a number. So we'd say and say enter a number, okay, and we'd say between we'd say 1 to 100. All right, so we have we're explaining, and over here we're saying enter a number between 1 to 100, and let's just convert this to an integer because we want that number stored inside of a variable, and I would just call that as a num. Okay, so that's it. So this is our number. Now after that, I need something. So I could just call this as a guess because we are basically guessing a number between 1 and 100. And what's happening is that the computer will randomly select a number, and if we get it correct, like it's gonna give us a congratulations message that we won the game. And if it doesn't, like if we don't win, we have like some kind of we go in some kind of procedure where we keep on guessing until our tries run out or something like that. So we're trying to create something like that. So we have this guessing, and it's just gonna guess some number. Let's create a number, a secret number, and we're going to use the rand function. So the rand function creates a random number, and what we do is that we do a modulo operator, and this does is that it goes, rand function does from that. So modulo something like 10, which means that it's going from 0 all the way to 9. Now we need from 100, so we could do something like 100. Now over here you see that this means 0 to 99, but I want 1 to 100. So what I do is plus 1. Now this means it's going to add 1 over here. So I could say it's going to add 1 over here, and it's going to add 1 over here. So this means this is going to turn into 100. Yeah, and this is going to turn into 1. So that's going to turn into 1. So now it's going to be 1 to 100. So that's that. Let's save this out. Okay, now after that we have this random function defined as well, and we'll just say an if statement. So if we say num, if guess is equal to num, so our guess equals to the num, what we could say print congratulations. So congrats, you won, something like that. And if it's not like that, it's not the case, so we say elif if the guess is greater than the number, right? So we say print try a smaller number. All right, and then elif, and we'll say guess is greater, we'd say num. If it's less than num, we'll say print try a bigger number. So you got what I'm saying, right? Let me just fix this up, and there you go, save it. And now what we're going to do here is that we have this random function, and note that this is having a undefined variable random int. So I know this is a problem here. So what we're going to do is that we created a problem here, and it was rand. So we have to define rand int, and it's basically not the modulo case. This is actually the C++ case. For here, what we have to do is the start value and then the end value. So we have start value, which is 100, end value, which is 100. So start value, which is 1, and end value, which is 100. And this is actually not defined as well. So there's going to be an issue. Let's see if there is still a case. So let's see. How to generate random numbers in Python. So we have over here, I don't want to do anything like that. I want to do, let's say rand function. So rand in Python. Okay, so this is one over here. Let's see. Okay, it says rand in start and end. Let's see, rand in start must, okay, it must be an integer type. Let's see if we could do this. If we go back over here and I just paste this over here, I know that I did it correct. I'll just paste it over here, start and end. So the start value would be something like 1. The end value would be something like 100. If I save the code, now I actually have the red again, but let's see if the number matches, you won. If the so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a loop inside of this. So what we could do is that we could put a while loop. So I'd say while yeah, so what we do is we could like paste that inside of that, and we could say while the number, so whatever the guess not equaling to the number, so we could have this. Okay, so before that we could have one more thing. So in the loop guard we could say and, so let's see, congrats, and what is supposed to break out. So if you win, right, so it's supposed to break it out. So I'm going to use the keyword break. So this break is just going to indicate that we're going to come out of the loop, and we're just going to say congrats, you won, and break, and just ends the program. So let's run this code, Control Alt and N, and over here you can see that it says to me enter a number between 1 and 100, and I enter something like 40. Let's see. Now it says randint is not defined in module. It's a built-in inbuilt. Okay. So it's a Python 3 program executed random, imports random module, import random. So you gotta have to import this. You're gonna have to import this. So let's import this code right in here. This is some of the parts what we do in programming. So we just have to search things that we don't know. So random, and now you can see that the random, hopefully, let's see, Control Alt and N. And let me input a number like 20. It's still giving me an error that it's not defined. So let's see. What we're missing over here, we have random int, random int. So that's another key over here. So it's called random. There you go. Now we have this, and hopefully we could work our code over here. And there you go, 100, and let's say 100. Okay, awesome. So it's trying to work. It's working, but there is problems here. So let me address the problems. So first we imported random, because we didn't have this library built in our Python code, so we could import stuff on Python. So we know how to import stuff, and there are cases in the future where you would need to import things that you don't basically have, and these are sub libraries created by different people, so you could just like create and import that. Okay, so over here we have a guess variable, and it has an input, enter a number between 1 and 100, and basically you have to input it. And what it does is stores in guess, right? So what happens here is that the number, which is the guessing number, is going to be a random number between 1 and 100. Now what happens here is that while number is not equal to guess, we could say this is going to keep on happening, all right? But we're going to have to keep on letting it open the guess. So we could just like have it declared over here. So we could just say over here as like guess just something like that, like a random integer, because it's just an integer, and we could just keep on letting it go inside of this. So if it matches, right, so it just breaks out. But if it doesn't match, we are trying to give it a guess as well. So we just paste it over here, guess, and we could paste it here as well. So just guess. So it's just going to keep on guessing until it finds a number that it matches. And if it matches, it's going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up command prompt to do this. So I'm going to go in my folder, which is right here. The name for this is now guessing game. So I'm going to get this path, and I'm going to go to CMD, and the thing that we specified, so we could do is we could change directory and paste Python inside over here. Now we say Python, and we could just say the guessing game, so guessing game.python. There you go. And now it says try a bigger number, enter a number between 1 and 100. Now I would say 100. It's saying try a smaller number, and we'll say something like 50, 30. It says try a bigger number, let's say 40, try a bigger number 50, try a bigger number 60, try a bigger number 70, 80, 90. Now it's in between it, so we could say 85, and now it's saying smaller, so 82, okay, 81, And there you go, that was our secret number, 81. There was an error in the beginning that it just made me lose, so let me fix that out. Over here, we're supposed to generally ask for a number in the beginning, so let's ask right in here before it does anything else. So we have one asking over here, and then it goes inside, and then it keeps on asking until something goes right. Okay, so we could just like save this code. So now over here we could say Python guessing game dot Python, and now we could say enter a number between 1 and 100. Let's say 50. Okay, I try a bigger number. Let's say 60. Bigger number, 70, 80, 90. Okay, try a smaller number. Let's say 81. There you go. That was it. And there you go. That's how you make a small program of a guessing game. And I hope you understood the concept behind this. I hope the logic explained you could make this program even better by providing a limit on how much guesses you can take. Like for instance, we could say 5 guesses or 4 guesses or 3 guesses. And I would encourage you to do that on your own, because there are so many possibilities to create something like that. And I hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope you learned a lot of what we've discovered and what we've learned. It was an amazing journey so far, and I hope you could go and take my other courses as well, and definitely want your ratings and your positive feedback towards me. I think that for now on, I would say this is actually the stepping stone where I'm confident that you know Python, and now you have to prove yourself by practicing and coding every single day. Go check out Coding Cleverly on YouTube. Go check it out on there where you see playlists of different languages such as C++, and there's so many others like Python. So subscribe to our channel, and also don't forget to join our Discord community where we have people that will be helping out each other and creating a community of coders. So it's just wonderful to have something really special done. So that was it. Congratulations, you have mastered the beginning of Python, and hopefully you would further continue this journey by improving it. And I would say right now that we haven't like totally completed Python. There are so much to know, so much to learn, and that thing is what's the beauty of coding, that they encourage you to try out things yourself. So thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you so much. Bye.